Hi, this is Racha. In this episode, I will show you how to attach ruffle yarn to the skirt. This is the skirt I finished. I should have thought about making this video before I put the ruffle onto the skirt, but anyway, I'll show you how we do that, okay? I got ruffle yarn. It looks like this before you unravel it. So you open up the yarn like so. So gently pull it apart. The yarn comes in different color. I use blue for the skirt, and I will use this orange mixed color for the demonstration because this way you can see it better. Because skirt is blue and then blue ribbon is gonna make it a little confusing. So I'm glad I have an extra sachet yarn. So I pulled it far enough so that I have enough to work with for a while. So we're gonna come to the skirt. I'll show you the area where the ruffle will be placed. This is the upper body of the skirt, and this line here is the purl line, the first purl line that we're gonna be using for the ruffle. I have 4 purl line all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have the edge part that I also add the ruffle, so make a total of 5. So in my pattern I said that you can do, like make it longer or shorter. It's up to you. You can add different and just add extra a couple inch more if you want it longer, or you just eliminate 2 inch if you want it shorter. It's up to you. So just for the demonstration, I will use the purl line here to show you how I do the ruffle, but you're not going to be putting the ruffle here in the real life. So you start it from here, but I will use here for example, okay? So get the sachet yarn, unravel, and we'll be using the upper, I call this one upper part and this one bottom part. The bottom part is gonna have all these silvery yarn. It look pretty on the bottom edge. Okay, get the yarn out. I'll fold about 1 inch at the end of the yarn. You call it the end or the beginning? I guess you can call them both. Okay, the end of the yarn, the beginning of your work. How's that? Grab your crochet needle. I use size F, which is 3.75 millimeter. That seemed to work well for me. So I fold sachet yarn about 1 inch, fold it inward. Now I'm gonna insert my crochet hook right. You can insert it right about the second loop here. Second loop, go through both sides, all the way through. And then you're gonna come, skip about 2 stitches or 2 spaces, and then pick up the third one. And I'll pull that third stitch right through that loop. And leave that stitch or that hook. We're gonna come back to the skirt and look for the purl stitches, or I call it purl line. This will be the guide for placement of the ruffle. Find your starting point. Doesn't matter. I think it is better to do it at the same spot here. Here's my starting point. where the beginning of my round here. So I'll put my crochet needle or crochet hook right into the pearl stitch. I insert it from the top down. Okay, and then I'll use this left hand, just hold the yarn like that. And I'll skip 2 stitches or 2 spaces, whatever you call it. Work with me. Now pull that stitch right through both the skirt and sashay yarn itself. So there will be pull that right through both of the stitches, and then you got new stitch on your hook again. Then you come back to the skirt, look at the purl line, skip 1 stitch, insert that to the next stitch, skip 2 stitches on the yarn, go to the third one, hook it up, pull it right through both stitches. Okay, just keep going like that. Skip 1 stitch on the skirt, skip 2 stitches on the yarn, pull it right through. So this is the one way of doing the ruffle placement. And if you prefer not to work with crochet, you can also use knitting needle to knit this yarn first and then place the ruffle on and sew it on with the needle later on. But this way I think is much easier, then I don't have to come back and work and sew it on with the needle. Continue, skip 1, put needle on the next, skip 2 stitches, go to the third stitch, and pull it right through. So the ruffle yarn start to form this little curl, and pretty soon it will look all like this when you're done. So I'm gonna do one more time. Skip 1 stitch on the skirt, put needle right through the next stitch, and come to the yarn, skip 2 stitches on the yarn, pick up the third one and pull it right through both of them. Keep going, just follow that purl line around it and all the way until you come to the complete round. Now I'm gonna show you how to finish off when you complete the round. Okay, now I'm just pretending that this is my last stitch and I finish all the way around, and this is my last stitch. I will cut the sashay yarn about 2 inches away from my last stitch, like so. And then, because the yarn is so wide that I cannot pull everything through that loop, I'm going to cut right about the third hole from the top. I'm just gonna cut along this so I have a narrower strip so that I can hook it up and pull it through to end off my work. So it's gonna get the narrow edge like this, and I'll trim the rest of it off. So I can come back. Just be careful, don't lose that stitch on the hook. If you lose it, you have to pick it up. So I wrap that last part of the yarn around the needle, and I'll pull it right to my last loop, and I'll pull the rest of the yarn right off, so that way I can secure it. And then you can come back and trim this part off, and then you can hide that one under. So this is how I finish my off. Okay, so I hope you can make it, and I'll see you in the next video sometime. Thank you.